All right, welcome to day 3 on our word sort schedule. I usually at this point, again, we've sorted our words. We've gone through our word sorts again a couple of times. I've had them glue it into their notebook, and then you can see here that Lilybell has gone through and written the words for each picture. And so again, I'm always just looking to make sure that her sounds match the spelling pattern on top. So all of her words here should have digraph sh in it, and so I always just check to make sure. And of course, I've done that again on day 2 and have looked over it. So today we're going to do something called making words. Making words is a fun activity. I do this with small groups. I do this with my whole class actually. And it's a lot of fun because it helps you informally assess phonemic awareness, which is really, really cool. I can do this activity with my whole entire class, and I can quickly informally assess who might be struggling a little bit with their phonemic awareness. And so again, phonemic awareness is when students are able to listen, stretch out, they listen to a word, they stretch out the sounds, and then they're writing down the patterns that they hear in that word. And so sometimes with making words, you might give your students individual letters and they have to pull the letters down. You might have Elkanon boxes where they pull the letters into the boxes and they have to do each sound and then stretch. But today, of course, because we're at home and I don't have all of my supplies with me, I'm going to show you how I would do this with my whole class. And with my whole class, we just use a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. And so when we start, I usually just have them start with one word. So Lilybell, I want you to take the cap off your marker, and I want you to start, and I want you to spell the word shin. And then we stretch out the sounds together. So Lilybell, let's stretch out the sounds. In shin, we have sh, I, n, shin. And so as my kids are writing down the word, I'm actually floating around the classroom, or again, if you're one-on-one or with a small group, you're immediately assessing, are they getting their sounds in the right place within the word? So we say the word, we stretch it out, and then I have the kids either write it or they pull down the sounds. Now, if she had individual word cubes or like magnetic letters, then she would be pulling those down, and I'd watch as she pulls them down as well. So now what we're going to do, Lilybell, is we're going to change one sound. So we're going to change one sound in shin, and I want you to change shin to ship. 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 Okay. Now, Lilybell, can you tell me what sound you just changed?
The N.
The ending sound. So we changed the N in shin to ending sound
P.
P for ship. Okay. Now, Lilybell, we're going to change another sound again. I want you to change ship to shop. 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 Okay, what sound did we change here?
The I.
The vowel sound, right? We changed short vowel I to
Short vowel O.
short vowel O. Very good. So you can see as they're changing their words, they have to pay attention to the placement of their sounds, and they have to pay attention to, I always have my students tell me, did the sound change at the beginning? Did it change in the middle? Or did it change at the end? And so if they're telling me what sound changes, they'll have to say, like she said at the beginning, well, I changed middle sound. I changed the middle sound short vowel I to short vowel O. All right, so let's do one more. Lilybell, I want you to change shop to shock. Shock. I got a shock when I rubbed my feet across the floor. So shock. Very good. Now again, some of your kids, I'm always looking for the placement of the pattern that we're working with. Now, of course, the digraph SH sound stayed at the beginning of our word throughout most of our making words activity, but sometimes that might change. It might go to the end. But really, when you're making words, you're only changing one sound at a time. So you're not going, sometimes with some of the lessons, you might completely change the whole word. But really throughout a lesson, you're usually only changing one sound at a time. And the kids are watching how the word changes or how the sounds change as they spell each word. And so this is just an example of how I use making words in the classroom, and hopefully this helps you with your kiddos. Let's go on to day 4.